there's only one thing, and that's being a network marketing professional. I'm very, very proud to be in this profession. I'm very proud of you. You took the same decision. So when I started, I didn't even have enough money to buy a big product package. They told me I have to use the product. It's very, very important, be a product of the product. But back then, 14 years ago, the only product I could afford was protein bars. So I bought 1 pack of protein bars, and every time I worked an entire full day, I rewarded myself with eating 1 protein bar. But I celebrated it. I cut it with fork and knife on my little desk. And I'm not even kidding. Like, it was an emotional experience. I remember lemon chocolate. It's insane if you look back at what happened. So obviously, fast forward today, we're here in this incredible company, Jeunesse. We're at a point in time where I believe no money could have brought us here. For those of the industry experts here sitting on the beautiful white seats, I mean, you understand what we have our hands on here. Some of us, we've been waiting for this for a decade. You couldn't have, this is unbelievable. The fastest to $1 billion company, and you're right here today, able to bring this forward, to build your business on. When Scott Lewis talking about becoming the #1 company in the world, I believe that. Honestly, I know that this is going to happen, and you know it too. It's kind of like insider information. So the only thing you got to do with that information is take it and run. And this really brings us to the topic of the 90-day run. See, you can be at the most amazing time, at the most amazing place, but if you do not run with that information, nothing is going to happen. Things are going to explode, but your business will not. And I know I might give you a little uncomfortable truth here. People say, oh, all you got to do is you have to stay. Well, that's true, but trust me, I've seen people be in network marketing for 38 years, still broke. So staying is not enough. You have to stay, but you have to run. You have to do something about it. I call this daily momentum business, which means you have to do something every single day. And see, the poor mindset would be like, oh, I really did a lot yesterday, so today I can take it more relaxed. I feel the run mindset is, because I did a lot yesterday, let me do even more today. And then let me do even more tomorrow. And let me create that compound effect. And that's really what's behind the 90-day run. See, the concept of 90-day run really is the following idea. I believe that we're all good enough. See, we always have these doubts of, oh, I don't know if I'm good enough, if I know the right people, if my invitation's good enough, if my presentation's good enough. Honestly, I don't think that's the problem. Because we get better as we go anyways. Try to do 100 bad presentations in a row. You can't. So don't worry about that part. What I feel is people are not successful because they're not good enough. They're just simply not successful because they're not doing enough of it. Right? So you have to do more. And also what we're doing here is not really hard. We're talking to people. We're using the products. We're sampling the products. We're showing the plan, or we show the plan. That's all we do. We talk to people. Hey, do you want to become a distributor, or do you want to become a customer? And I love that new customer program. Oh my gosh, this is going to be amazing, right? I can see like thousands of customers joining Jeunesse. So that's all we do. You have to talk to people, be excited, use the product, share the product, make an invitation, and that's it. And if you don't know how to do it, get some support. Everything's right there. I think this business is not hard. What is hard is not getting distracted from the business. That is hard. Because life's hard. Life's getting in the way. And I know some of you, you've taken incredible sacrifices to be here. I know that, trust me. Because I've been at every single event, and sometimes it wasn't easy. And if you think, that you have a particular hard situation or story about whatever it is, unsupportive husband or wife, or a health situation, or a financial situation, or whatever, trust me, everybody has its own story. Everybody has his own story. So what you have to do is you have to focus on this business. This is the hard part. Whatever happens, focus on the business. And I can tell you, if you do something crazy, if you do something outrageous, if you were to be like, okay, you know what? Let me leave from lead, and let me take those next 90 days and just go nuts. Like, I'm talking insane amount of energy. What if you would do that? What would happen? Is it really possible to change your life in 90 days? See, that's the core question. Some of you, you're excited, you're like, yes, but your head's like, come on, 90 days? I've been in this business for 8 years. Now you're talking to me about 90 days? When I heard that, I was like, never. 90 days? Who are you trying to fool right here? 90 days is nothing, right? Here's what I realized doing a 90-day run. So that's the whole idea. Give it to you very straight. The rules are super simple. 100% all-out massive action, focus on talking to people, income-producing activities only, that's it, done, period, no other rules. Like, I had two main lead questions. Lead questions, that's interesting. So, I had them written down, okay? Question number 1, am I giving 100%? Like, and you need to remind yourself, because you'd be like, okay, 100%, and Monday, you'd be 100% by 9 o'clock. 11 o'clock, you're already a little chilly. And like, oh, 100%, I need to get back on, right? So, am I giving 100% is question number 1. Number 2 is, am I being productive right now? Because again, it just takes a second and you're scrolling on your Facebook and you didn't even realize it. So you have to watch that question, am I being productive? Whoa, and you snap back into the income-producing activity. Now what I said, for those full-time people in here, if you're full-time, I would say 90-day run is 16 hours of work. And I know I'm being super intense and crazy here, and this is not for everyone. I'm just sharing what I did, okay? 16 hours, 8 o'clock in the morning until midnight. That's the whole idea. Don't worry, just 90 days. I know I love you people talking about balance all the time, and you will be in balance after that, but trust me, building an empire, you're not in balance. It doesn't work, okay? So, and for those of you part-time, I would say it's 8 hours. So you go to your job, 8 hours, you come home, you kiss your wife, husband, partner, kids, dog, whoever's there, and then you're like, now I'm back at my second job, which is another 8 hours. And then you work this business. And you do not stop. And here's why I believe you can change your life in 90 days. First of all, I did it, not once, twice. Twice. I'm talking about things like, I can't really give numbers because we're in the US, but 600% growth and stuff like that in 90 days. So how is this possible? I give you just this last piece of idea so you feel what I'm trying to say. Imagine you get up 8 o'clock in the morning, and here's what you do. Income-producing activities, which is talking to people. Okay, get ready, let's go. You call the first person, next person, next person, next person, another voice message, another one, a follow-up, set up a new meeting, talk to another person, another one, another one, another one. And at some point you're like, whew, this is tiring. And you be 100%, right? You're not sleeping, you're not sitting down. It's like being a pro athlete. At some point you're like 1:30 in the afternoon, you're like, dude, is this still day 1? Are you kidding me? That's the moment you realize 90 days is a freaking long time. And that's why anything is possible in 90 days. See, people always talk about a 16-hour day. What I found about 16-hour days, people talk about it, nobody has ever done it. And if you'll be the first one, trust me, it's insane the amount of compound that comes together. In one day, what can you do? You can send out 200 personalized voice messages. That's what we do in Europe. We all use WhatsApp all the time. You can use iMessage, whatever, right? You can make 100 phone calls if you wanted to. You can start conversation with a 3-digit number of type of people. Guess what? About 30, 40, 50 of them are going to have questions, and they want follow up, and they want to know more, and they want to join, and you're like, oh my gosh, how am I even going to do that? So it's just wild. And one more piece of advice for those of you that want to just try it, you know. What I said to myself is this: when you start working, and you might know what I'm talking about, sometimes you have a thought. It's like an intuition. It's like, oh, I could call my old hairdresser that, yeah, that'd be good. He was a nice guy. But then immediately you rationalize your way out of it. And you're like, come on, I haven't seen him in 4 years. There's not really that good of a connection. It doesn't really make sense to call him. Here's the rule for the 90-day run at least. In the moment you have the thought, pursue it. Don't even think, should I? You're already dialing. And the good thing is you don't have to classify, oh, this one's more effective than this, so I'm going to do this. Trust me, you have enough time to do all of them. All right? Just do everything, all of it. In the moment you think about it, do it. If you're already on a phone call, write it down. Like, make that list of the stuff you can do. And if it's getting really late at night at 12 o'clock, you can't sleep because you're so excited, just go on your Facebook, look at the little green dots and see who's awake. At some point, I realized there's always someone awake. It's amazing. I read in the DSA Code of Ethics that we are supposed to call people at a convenient time. I just say that to you, so don't just call someone up at 3 o'clock in the morning, but if you send them a text first and they're awake, I think that's a convenient time for them, right? All right, so this is really what it is. That's the whole concept of 90-day run. Don't get too freaked out about the structure and what you need to do and type of like, if you hear about things like pre-launch, launch, event and stuff, it really doesn't matter. What matters is the one question. Have you ever truly, ask yourself, given 100% pure focus for just a period of 90 days? And if the answer is no, it might be a good day to ask yourself, why not? Because you can be, limping around through network marketing for the next 10 years, or you can be like, you know what, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Today is my day. Today is my day. The rest of my life is going to start today. And for the next 90 days, I'm going to go insane. I'm going to work on this business as if I believe that I can achieve my dreams with it. And I think you deserve living your dreams. And my passion is to live my dreams and help other people to do the same thing. So I hope I could do this for you today. Thank you so much. Have a great day at Lead. Bye-bye.